I am here at home in front of my choices to try to think about not buying dairy, not buying eggs, not buying meat, and not wearing fur and feathers and all these things. And that's all I can do. I'm just like one person. I'm just like a normal person living in suburbia, trying to do my part to undo the damage that I did in the past. So anyway, I decided to call the police, and I said, listen, I think I know what happened. And I explained to the guy, and he said, oh God, he said, yes, I totally understand. He said, that happened to my friend because she got married. It was a she or he. Anyway, so one of them got married and had the ring on their left hand, but then was doing videos and it was on the right hand, and said, you can't be married because your ring's on the wrong hand. And the person had to explain, it's because TikTok and Instagram reverse things. And so yes, I am actually married. So that's what the person said. So this guy, the police officer, who later told me his name was Julien, he said, oh, I totally get it. And he goes, I think I know you. I think I've heard about you. He said, are you that vegan teacher? And I said, yeah. And he said, oh, I said, what have you heard about me? And he said, no, only good things. He said, I know you care passionately about the animals. That's all I really, he says, I can't even think about the animals. He said, if I think about them, I just get really sad. And I said, well, Julien, let me just ask you a question. I said, if you don't mind, how old are you? And he said, 32. I said, okay, so you're my daughter's age. So I said, you probably don't even know this, but did you know? Maybe you know. I said, I don't know, but we lie. I used to be a teacher, so we people don't tell the truth to kids about the meat, dairy, and egg industries, and they really should. That's part of the reason that I quit teaching. But anyway, I said, do you know that in order to give milk, cows have to be pregnant? He said, oh, so I never thought about that. He said, yeah, I guess you're right. He said, I just thought they just naturally give milk and it's for us. And I said, well, that's a lot of people think that because the dairy industry tries to tell you that this is this natural, wonderful thing. And in fact, it's not. It's absolutely horrific what we do to cows. So I explained to him that the baby cows are taken away if they're boys and they are murdered. And he said, oh, because they'll never be able to give milk, right? I'm like, yeah. He says, oh, shoot, now I get it. I said, and do you know about the baby chicks? And he said, what do you mean? I said, well, the baby chicks are also, they go down this big assembly line and there's like thousands of them and they're super cute and they're just little and yellow baby innocent chicks. And then they check, and if they're male, then they take them down a separate conveyor belt and they murder them, they macerate them, they cut them into a million pieces. And he said, what? He said, why? And I said, because in that industry, those chickens will not be able to lay eggs, the boys. And so they're considered to be useless. And so they're murdered. And he says, oh my God, I never thought of it that way. I didn't know. I said, I know. Isn't it crazy? Like how many adults don't even know this stuff? And you would think that they would teach it in school, but they don't. And when I was trying to talk about these things in school, I was told, I don't talk about that. Parents don't want the kids to know the truth. And I said, why not? I mean, being vegan is so healthy for you. And it's best for the environment, also for the eco footprint to reduce it. And it's best for the animals. Everybody wins when people become vegan. Nobody loses. And so the police officer said, well, thank you. Thanks for letting me know all this. I never really thought about it. And I said, well, thanks for being open and thanks for being so sweet. I said, you guys are always sweet to us. And I said to him, look,